Hello everyone, welcome again to another video here today, T-Clash, and we're going to be talking about the new update coming on 6/21, so that'll be 21 of this month, and so starting off, this saddens me to say, but the Hog Rider will be getting a damage decrease by 6%, so as you all know, I use the Hog Rider basically every attack, and he's just a good card overall, but he is pretty overpowered, and I think this might be a good update for him, and it'll actually bring him down a little bit. It'll nerf him just a tiny bit, so I'm sure he'll still be good, but it's just better this way, I think, because now not everyone in the freaking world is going to be using a Hog Rider, so we're gonna go ahead and have to find a new deck or something like that. We'll figure it out. And then the next one is the Prince. The Prince has a damage increase by 9%. That's pretty good. The Prince now can probably take out, like, before the Barbarians could always take out a Prince, but now if you have some Barbarians, you could most likely take out a Prince or the Prince can most likely take out the Barbarians now because it has more damage done, and that more damage will do even more damage on the charge attack as well as the normal attack, so that'll be good for the Prince if you're using the Prince. The P.E.K.K.A. The damage increased by 8%. So the P.E.K.K.A. is already a strong card, and it's just the damage increase will go up just a little bit more, make it just a little bit better. So that's pretty good for the P.E.K.K.A. Now the Goblin Barrel. So usually when you throw the Goblin Barrel down and it hits the tower, it takes, I think, 1.2 seconds for a maxed out or for a normal Goblin Barrel to actually deploy the goblins from when it hits. Now that is shortened to 1 second. So that'll just help get those goblins get a couple more hits off, and those goblins are very quick. That 0.2 seconds can change a lot in the outcome of your battle, because just like leaving those goblins alone for like 1 second alone, that can do a ton of damage. So that'll be great for Goblin Barrels if you're using those too. And let's see, the Furnace, the lifetime increase from 40 seconds to 50 seconds, so it's 10 seconds longer from normal. So I don't use really Furnaces. I don't see many people using them either. So that's like a little buff to help maybe more people use the Furnace instead, and just to get it a more used card overall. Now the guards, they remove the pushback effect with their shields. So you know how when their shields break and you're around them, it'll push other characters and other cards back. Instead of doing that anymore, they just took that out and they won't have the pushback anymore. And here we go, the Witch damage has been increased by 17%. The Witch damage is pretty weak. If the Witch is left alone on the tower just shooting with its zap or whatever, it's pretty weak by itself. So adding this will help the Witch get a little more damage done to the tower, and it might be a little better card overall. And let's see, the Lava Hound. So the Lava Hound will have a huge damage increase by 28%. That is crazy. Lava Hound didn't do much damage before, but it was always been a decent card because it can still get like those it can still get tons of hits off on the tower when it bursts into the those little minion things. So yeah, that'll be crazy. 28% damage increase. And then the cannon has a hit point decrease by 8%. So also another card that's going to be affecting my deck personally. I use the cannon a lot. And with this Hog Rider cycle deck with the Valkyrie, the Hog will be getting nerfed and the cannon will be getting nerfed. So that's not going to be great for my deck. I'm just going to need to find a new deck overall, most likely. And then here we go. The Tesla hit points are increased by 8%, so I'll just buff the Tesla just a little bit more. And here, this one is like very controversial. I don't know what they are thinking of upgrading this. So the Expo. The deploy time decreased from 4 seconds, or to 4 seconds from 5 seconds. So it's going to deploy a second faster, and then the hit points are increased by 18%. So it's going to be 18% stronger, like it'll have more strength, but it'll also deploy a second faster. So we might see more people using this Expo, and we know once before the Expo was overpowered, lots of people could just drop it down, get a tower easily if it wasn't distracted by something. Now, they're trying to balance it, I feel, but I feel like this is not the right move because now it might be too overpowered again and people will just start using this. And as well as the mortar, the deploy time is the same, 1 second faster, and that's just going to make more people use these. And as we've already seen before, people don't like it when they spam Expos or mortars, so this is going to be either a good or bad thing for most people, and most people will either feel one way about it. And I think this is not the best update that could have been done, but you know what happens, and we just might have to deal with more mortars and expos coming in soon, so that kind of sucks for us. But yeah, I'm gonna have to find a new deck soon, and that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm gonna go ahead and commentate the rest of this before we get off here. So yeah, so now as you can see, this guy, he's like around 2488 trophies, and we just got like a stalemate going here because I had a Valkyrie down, he had a Valkyrie, we had a Hog Rider, but his P.E.K.K.A. will take out the Hog Rider very quickly. Now he's got a P.E.K.K.A. coming in with some small troops behind it. Now I'm just saving up my elixir. Hopefully I can get those skeletons down to take out that that wizard, but those skeletons get destroyed. And then here I put my Valkyrie up top to go and distract that wizard and the P.E.K.K.A. And then we go ahead and actually place that Valkyrie, do a lot of splash damage, and we take all of those troops out. So that was pretty great for us. Now if we can just go ahead and get another hog into this base on the right side, maybe we can get a win. But let's go ahead and see what we got to do. We got to save up our elixir like always. And we got to make sure that he doesn't have any good pushes coming. So he's got an elixir pump up there. That's kind of going to bother me because he does have a P.E.K.K.A. and I know you need a lot of elixir if you're using a P.E.K.K.A. deck. So we're just going to have to try to push him right here. So right here I'm building up a huge push, and hopefully we can get through and get to that tower. But as you can see, his P.E.K.K.A. is going to do work on my Hog Rider. We get 2 hits off with the Hog Rider, but his Spear Goblins go ahead and take out my Valkyrie along with his Valkyrie. And then his P.E.K.K.A. is moving down the lane with some troops following up behind it. So if I were to place anything like that minion horde, it would just get destroyed back there by that by those wizards. So the mini P.E.K.K.A. goes down to distract. Valkyrie goes down in the middle to do some splash damage, and we zap and get both of those guys down again. So well defended against that P.E.K.K.A. there, but as you can see, he drops another P.E.K.K.A. and this will also get another hit on my Hog Rider right there, and he freezes. I didn't even know he had a freeze until this point. So that freeze will stop my Hog Rider in his tracks, and it has time for him to build up a push. Now he drops a Valkyrie, a Wizard, and his P.E.K.K.A. coming down the lane all at once. We go ahead and drop our Valkyrie. Maybe it'll get some damage off of those troops. But as you can see here, that P.E.K.K.A. is just going to tank for all these little troops coming in. And I'm just going to try to go ahead and zap and get a Hog Rider in. As you can see, that Hog Rider is going to the tower, maybe gets one hit off, but he freezes it. So there again, he's using a defensive freeze, and it should give us an advantage, but we just can't seem to get to his tower and get one hit off, and that's all we need really to get this tower down pretty low. So here we go. His Spear Goblins and Archers take out my Valkyrie. I drop some Fire Spirits and a Hog Rider, and that should take care of most of that. But then again, my Hog Rider dies before it even gets to the tower, so this is getting fairly annoying, and we just can't get to that tower, it seems like. So we're just going to keep trying, and hopefully we can get like 2 more hits off with our Hog Rider and get that one tower down. So here we go, dropping a Valkyrie. He follows up with the same Valkyrie. I'm just going to go ahead and go Fire Spirits and a Hog Rider. Now those get all frozen, and that Valkyrie is sitting there by itself, destroying all my troops. Now, if he didn't freeze right there, we might have been able to get to the tower. And as you see, it's just too late. I'm trying to drop a Hog Rider, but there he cannot get to that tower. So we end up tying this one, which is quite annoying. I hate tying, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please subscribe, and thank you guys for watching.